This new AI script right here that just got released on Instagram and YouTube is paying me $100 to $250 every single day completely passively without me having to post any content, upload videos, or even show my face. And I can guarantee you that this is something that you've never heard before because this AI script literally just got released online. Now, today we're not going to talk about all the over-competitive stuff that you've already seen the online gurus talk about, like dropshipping, Amazon, YouTube automation, crypto, trading, real estate, affiliate marketing. No, none of that. Instead, I want to share with you this one copy and paste script that is combining newly released AI technology with this little known exploding industry that Forbes is saying will cross $300 billion by next year. But it's not just me, because I've taught this to over 500 everyday busy people on how to copy and paste this exact AI script to achieve some pretty incredible results. Like Christine, who did $8,000. Kaylin did $11K. Sophia, a part-time college student, did $3.7K. And I want you to actually meet Ray, who started this after he got fired from his full-time job and is now consistently doing $8,000 to $10,000 a month.
Hey, so my name is Ray, and a couple months ago, I went through the masterclass that you are about to go through right now. I didn't know what to expect. I'm very skeptical by nature, but the one thing that I knew is that I was super burned out from my bartending job of 3 years that I absolutely hated. So I showed up, I stayed to the end, I got the AI script that he has developed. I started implementing on everything that he taught in this masterclass and instantly started getting results for myself. Just to really give you an idea, in my first month, I crossed over 8K, which was more than I'd ever made in my life. My second month, I did 9.2. And this month, my third month, I'm on pace to hit 10K. I think the coolest part of that is I'm really implementing on the AI technology. So I'm only working a couple of hours a day to do that. For me, the most rewarding part has been the fact that I'm in control of my life. I was able to quit my job. I don't have to sit in traffic anymore to show up to my shift and stand on my feet for 8 to 10 hours. Over the last 5-6 years, I've tried a bunch of different things. I've tried drop shipping, I've tried trading. To actually be getting results for myself has been just absolutely life-changing for me. Take notes, stay to the end, because I'm telling you, what he teaches in this masterclass might just change your life forever.
Now, this AI script is so powerful because AI is already turning the world upside down. CNN just published an article saying that over 300 million jobs are going to be replaced by AI in the coming few years. And especially right now in these crazy, uncertain economic times where experts are saying that we're already heading into the next recession, building a second stream of income has never been more important for protecting ourselves and our families from the next financial crisis that is about to happen. So you're probably wondering, well, what exactly is this automated income opportunity? Well, it's called AI scripting. And in order to explain what this is, I need to first give you some context on how I even came across it. In fact, the moment you reach the end of this video, I'm going to give you a bonus. The exact copy and paste AI script that my students and I are using right now to make an extra $100 to $250 per day completely passively, so you can start seeing results in as potentially as little as the next 30 minutes. Now, here's exactly how I'm going to give you this AI script, so pay close attention. I want you to pull out your phone right now. This is only going to take you 7 seconds. And search up on Instagram my account. You're going to see it on the screen right now. It's spelled Richard Yuzee. That's RICHARDYUZEE. All I want you to do is send me one DM, the word watching. That will let me know that you're watching this masterclass, and then I want you to put down your phone and come back immediately to this training, because at the very end of this video, I'm going to give you a second secret keyword, and when you DM me that second keyword, I'm going to see that you sent me the words watching and that second secret keyword, and then I will give you over the AI script as a gift for staying to the very end, no strings attached. And by the way, you gotta watch this training anyways. Otherwise, you're not gonna know how to use a script successfully. So make sure you stay to the end, send me that second secret keyword so I can give you this AI script. Now, let me explain exactly how I was able to set up my first automated income stream back when I was a broke college student, and how you can potentially do the same even if you have zero business or technical experience. It all started back in 2019 when I was studying in university. At the time, I was working full-time job while still in school, just trying to pay off my student loans and credit card debts. I had zero free time because when I wasn't working my minimum wage job, I was studying. And when I wasn't studying, I was slaving away at $12 an hour, until one day I had two conversations that exposed the real truth. I was talking to one of my university professors after class, who I became friends with, and he told me that as a 4-year-old man, almost 20 years after graduating college, he had finally finished paying off his student loans, but that he was still living in a 1-bedroom apartment and struggling to pay rent. I was shocked because here he was teaching hundreds of students of the next young generation, yet his reward after working 20 years was still student debt and living in an apartment that was the same size as his college dorm room from 20 years ago. Later that week, something else happened. Someone at my church who was a doctor, 42 years old, he made an offhand comment that he was so relieved that he finally finished paying off his medical school debt and he was still driving a 1998 Toyota. I literally could not unsee what I had just experienced. Here I was, working myself to exhaustion, neck deep in debt, believing that the path my parents, teachers, quite frankly, that all of society said was safe. While the mentors that I looked up to, the doctor and the professor, they were literally struggling financially into their 40s. Now to make things worse, the minimum wage job that I did have, well, the company that I worked for was going through some pretty difficult times and they had to cut down costs, so they let me go. Meaning that not only was I in debt, growing month by month, but now I wouldn't even be able to pay off the interest fees, let alone afford my rent in the coming few weeks. And I gotta be honest, at this point, this was my rock bottom. I realized that the path of going to college, getting a stable job, which wasn't so stable at all, and paying off student debts, this had been a lie the entire time. So I decided I had to change. Every day that I procrastinated on this, I knew I was sinking deeper into debt, and it was only a matter of time before it was too late. So I began to do research, looking up different side hustles, different online business opportunities, trying desperately to find the one thing that would give me freedom. I don't know if this is relatable to you, but I wasted a lot of time, and even worse, I lost a lot of money. I watched YouTube videos, I saw ads pop up, and then I bought the courses that these online gurus sold on opportunities like dropshipping, an agency, crypto, affiliate marketing, real estate. Trust me, I tried and I failed them all. And even though I didn't have immediate success, I did discover one secret that was the separating factor between the 99% middle class where I was and the top 1% wealthy, which is that wealthy people earn their income in a completely different way. You might have heard the quotes that the average millionaire has 7 income streams. I realized that there was one missing word in that phrase. It's that the average millionaire actually has 7 streams of automated income. And that was the reason why they were protected regardless of if there was an economic crisis happening in the world and people were losing their jobs. I want you to think of yourself right now as someone running on a treadmill. And the only way to make more money is to run longer or run faster. Quite literally, you're trading your time for money. And you can only make more if you clock in longer hours. And what's scary is eventually you're gonna get tired of running. And if that happens, you're gonna lose your only source of income. And even worse, if that company goes out of business like it did for me, which happens all the time, then you're not even going to be able to run on that treadmill anymore. It's literally modern day slavery. But you think this all just happened by accident? No, the wealthy 1% designed it like this from the beginning to keep their employees running for the rest of their lives, enslaved to the treadmill. And that's when I realized that if I wanted to make money like the true top 1% with real freedom, I had to figure out how to generate income without trading time for money. I need to figure out how to automate it and build multiple streams of income, not just rely on one. So then the question becomes, what's the easiest and fastest way to get out of this modern day slavery and set up multiple automated sources of income? What many people don't know is there's a new AI script that just got released that's allowing ordinary people to create automated income sources by tapping into this little known industry that Forbes predicts to be over $300 billion by next year. And remember when I told you about all those courses that I bought from those online gurus, stuff like Amazon dropshipping, when I was exploring and testing out different kinds of business opportunities? Well, I started wondering, why are all these online gurus selling online courses when they're already making money successfully themselves? Strange, right? And after doing a quick Google search, I found that Forbes even published an article saying that this e-learning industry of selling courses is the fastest growing $300 billion industry, and this explosive growth is largely due to what happened during the pandemic. You remember that people were forced to stay home and people stopped learning in physical classrooms. They couldn't anymore. So instead they started learning online. But after the pandemic was over, people still preferred to learn in the comfort of their own home. And it's not just making money online, but education as a whole. How to be healthier, learn new languages, even traditional colleges and universities. And more millionaires were being produced by the day selling courses. And look, I know you're thinking, good for them for making money selling courses, but I'm not an expert in anything. And to be quite frank, that's exactly how I felt too. I don't have anything to teach. I wasn't an expert, so I couldn't sell a course. But because this education industry was so fast growing, to at least gain some experience, I got a job with my first mentor and boss Vince, who was selling a course successfully, and I thought I could learn from him. And I realized it was so much more simpler than I thought. He had a $5,000 course that taught busy entrepreneurs and executives how to lose weight at home. Pretty simple product, right? And while I worked for him, I learned exactly how this $300 billion e-learning business model works. Pretty much all the influencers that you see online, they pay for ads in order to grow their social media platforms like their Instagram account or their YouTube channel. Now, once you follow them, they're gonna make posts that say stuff like, hey, send me a direct message if you'd like to learn more about my coaching program or course. Now, once you DM them, they'll message you to understand a little bit about your situation, go back and forth with you, and then offer for you to jump on a phone call with them. And on that phone call, which is where they will help you identify your goals, they'll look to see if you're a good fit for the course, and if so, they'll tell you about the program, which is now where they can help the client. That's how they make their money. Now, how do these businesses grow? It's really simple. If they have more DM conversations, then they book more phone calls. And if they book more phone calls, they end up selling more courses, which means the business grows. But the biggest problem that all of these course businesses have that I realized as I was working for my boss is that they didn't have enough phone calls. So the first month on the job, my boss told me, Richard, I got way too much going on right now, and I'm spending 3 hours a day in the DMs of my Instagram account messaging people. Can you help me? Here, I made this script. Take it, follow it, send messages, and I'll pay you 4% commission for every single sales call that you book that a salesperson closes. So I thought, well, what do I have to lose? For the next 30 days, I did exactly that. I sent messages following a script inside of his Instagram account using a script that he made for it. And I don't really have a name for this, but I figured, well, I'm working remotely from my college dorm room and I'm following scripts. So let's just call this thing remote scripting. And I did that exactly for the next 30 days. I followed a script, and for 3 to 4 hours a day, I typed messages on his account, and I booked about 4 calls a day. Now, 3 of them would show up and talk to the sales guy. Now, keep in mind, I didn't actually talk to anyone. I would just book the sales call, and then a salesperson would actually take the call. And out of those 3, one of them would close at $5,000. And I worked Monday through Friday, which is about 22 days a month. Well, that meant that out of the 22 days I worked, if each of the days the calls I booked resulted in a $5,000 sale, that ended up being at the end of the month $110,000. And at 4% commission, that ended up being about $200 a sale, which means that month I made $4,400. And it was crazy because all I had to do was follow a script that my mentor made me, and it was the complete opposite of trading time for money because I was paid on performance. As long as I booked those 4 calls, my boss couldn't care less what I was doing with my free time. Now, here's what I wasn't doing. I wasn't selling anything because I didn't have to talk to anyone. I just had to book the call by sending a message, and then the salesperson would end up taking the call. And I didn't have to show my face, make any content. I wasn't forced into an office because I could literally be doing this on the beach. And I didn't have to make any complicated websites, run ads, and most importantly, I didn't have to take on any risk because I was doing it in the safety of an already existing business. Making $200 a day following script, that was pretty awesome. But I wanted something more passive. So I thought to myself, what if I could hire a virtual assistant to send messages for me and then just pay them a part of the commission? So I found the site called Upwork.com, which is just this online website that has overseas people who are looking for online jobs. And I found an assistant from Bangladesh that was willing to work for me for $4 an hour. And he did an even better job than I could because he worked longer hours. Now, to be conservative, even though he was working 2 times longer than I was, let's just say he did the same amount of sales, about $4,000 a month of commission. Well, I paid him $4 an hour, which in 1 month full time, 160 hours, ended up being $640. But my profit at the end of the month after paying him was $3,700, and I worked less than 30 minutes a day because all I had to do was just check in from time to time to make sure he was following the script. Here I was making over $3,000 a month of near automated income working less than 30 minutes a day. But then I thought, well, what if I just hired more virtual assistants? So I hired another one, and now I had 2 assistants sending messages for me. And again, I just had to check on them for 20-30 minutes a day to make sure they were following the script. My income doubled 30 days later to over $7,500 a month. Now, at first I was a little worried because I thought, shoot, my boss is going to tell me, well, Richard, now that you have assistants, I don't need you anymore, so see you later. But it was actually the complete opposite. He told me that I was more valuable and irreplaceable to him because this virtual assistant system that I set up for him was necessary to his business because no scripting meant there's no calls. And no calls meant he didn't have any sales and no business. And remember, the business owner, he had no time to figure this out. That's why he hired me in the first place. So as my income went from 4K to over 7.5K per month, things got even crazier. Because when the free AI tool ChatGPT got released, I found a way to use AI to do 90% of the work for me so I could have even more time freedom. I want you to check this out. I can literally ask ChatGPT, this free tool that anyone can use, to write me scripts for any kind of message response. And look at this. As soon as I hit enter, look how fast ChatGPT spits out responses on my behalf. So now whenever my assistant had a message that he didn't know how to answer, rather than asking me, he could just ask ChatGPT, which literally wrote everything and removed me from the process. And I know what you're thinking. Well, if AI is so good, why can't it just replace humans altogether? And I was really worried about this too. But then I saw that Instagram recently released this article announcing that they will never allow bots on the platform and that they're committed to keeping activity on the platform authentic. They worked to detect and remove spam and eliminate fake accounts. And I'm sure you've seen this before, but there's a lot of unethical people that sell fake products using bots to do the dirty work for them. And so to prevent any kind of unethical activity, Instagram just decided they're not going to allow any robots on the platform to send messages, period. And YouTube released an article saying the exact same thing, which means that no matter what, a human will always be needed to send these scripts. And that's why this AI scripting was so life-changing, because if I just wanted to do scripting myself for 3 to 4 hours a day and make a couple $100 every single day, I could do that. But then if I hired a virtual assistant to remove me from the process, and then I use free AI tools like ChatGPT to do 90% of the heavy lifting, I could truly turn this into an automated income stream. But who said that I was only limited to only 1 or 2 assistants and therefore only 1 or 2 income streams? I've been able to replicate this process to build 3, 4, and eventually 7 automated income streams, which is where I realized that this is the opportunity that can help anyone build 7 automated income streams. So regardless of whether you want to do AI scripting to make $100 a day, or if you have bigger ambitions of one day creating 7 automated income streams of income, you must understand these 3 fundamental truths. First, the online education industry is only getting bigger, and more people are buying courses and more businesses are selling courses. Number 2, the biggest problem that these online education businesses have is they're not booking enough calls. And number 3, the solution to that problem is AI scripting. Now, those who take advantage of this recent gold rush are going to make a fortune. So now that you understand that AI scripting is the absolute best way to make an automated income online, you might be wondering, well, Richard, how do I implement this? Now, after I graduated from university and figured out this groundbreaking way of how anyone, regardless of how little experience they had, could make this work, I started helping some of my friends and family, and the results were astonishing. What was most fulfilling for me was seeing them go on to quit their 9-to-5 jobs, retire their spouse, and be able to take their family on dream vacations. But I realized I needed to get this out to more people so I could truly reform the education system. So I asked myself, what would be the best way to not only share this with as many people as possible, but most importantly, ensure that the people actually used it and saw real results with it? Something that provides a real step-by-step path of how to actually create multiple automated streams by tapping into this exploding industry. Something that even if you're a complete beginner with no clue on how to get started, it would work for you without having to waste thousands of dollars and countless hours in expensive trial and error. So what I did was package quite literally everything that I've done to build my first automated income stream with AI scripting and give it to you in a step-by-step comprehensive system, and pull back the curtains and show you everything to generate thousands of dollars in automated income like clockwork. Now, I'm sure you've seen a lot of online courses out there that claim to teach you the secrets to financial freedom. But the problem with all these other programs is they're usually taught by someone who's never actually achieved real results themselves. So they teach you on theories, not what actually works. That's why this is completely different. I didn't just want to talk about theories. I wanted to share everything, battle tested of what actually works in the real world. So I created the first ever automated income system, which is a training program with over 7 hours of video modules breaking down step by step how I was able to become a multi-millionaire by the age of 24 by leveraging AI scripting, and how you can apply even if you're starting from complete scratch and no money to activate an automated income stream in potentially as soon as the next 24 hours. Inside this automated income system, there are 3 simple phases. Phase 1 is called the opportunity phase, which will teach you how to go out and find the right business to work with and land your first business deal within 7 days or less. It will give you the exact scripts of what to say, who to reach out to, all the cheat sheets you need to actually succeed. I want you to meet Sophia, who followed this step by step and made $450 her first 7 days, even as a college student, and English wasn't her first language.
Yo, what's going on? Just want to tell you that I have made my first sale, and it's $450 in commissions. So really, really good. I'm so excited. And now it's my first week. Everything is working fine, really nice people, friendly, and there are a lot of inbound messages. So I'm so excited to see how many sales I can do in the next weeks. And yeah, let's keep in touch and let's rock it.
Phase 2 is called AI scripting, which is where I will give you all the scripts you could possibly need so that regardless of who you send messages to, you will always have the copy and paste word for word script for maximizing your commissions. Mianhao, who followed this script to the T and got his income to over $8,000 per month.
Yo, what's up? Anhel here. So for the last few weeks, I've been using the AI scripts that Richard and his team gave me, pretty much just sending scripted messages on my phone with the AI scripts. And in the last 90 days, I hit $5,000 per month back to back to back. And even better, last month, I just did $8,200. Insane. Now keep in mind, I'm doing this 100% remotely while traveling in Spain, which has been a crazy experience. Compared to my dead-end job where I was working for minimum wage at Burger King. Now, to be vulnerable with you, I dropped out of college and was almost abandoned by my parents because of how against it they were. Those months, my dad couldn't even look me in the eye when I came home because he was so disappointed when he would see me in the Burger King uniform. But AI scripting changed that for me. It not only gave me a way to consistently make money online, which was also recession proof, it also allowed me to just buy my dad a brand new car. And let me tell you one thing, that look on his face when he saw it for the first time was worth more than anything you could ever imagine. Keep in mind, I filled Amazon, dropshipping, Facebook ads, the agency models, and all the other over competitive side hustles that these online gurus are always talking about. The reason why this works is simple. This AI script is so new that no one else is even talking about it yet. And Richard and his team genuinely care about me and my success. Again, Richard, I cannot thank you enough. This has been so life-changing for me, man.
Now, making a few $100s a day is cool, but I want to show you how to turn it into a truly automated stream of income. So in phase 3, called automation, I'm going to show you step by step how to hire, train, and install a virtual assistant inside of the AI scripts so that you can remove yourself completely and watch as the commission check starts rolling in.
I want you to meet Kalen, who used this phase to really scale his income past $10,000 a month, and now he's able to quit his job as well as travel all over the world.
This pretty much changed the course of my life without exaggerating. What I managed to do even the first months, it's honestly hard to believe. Still, $10,000 and 200 commission straight to my bank account. Just jump on it and invest in yourself. It will be worth it, every cent of the program. I cannot express more gratitude towards Richard and his team, how helpful they were walking me through all the details. And if you're on the fence, jump on it. Trust me, it will be worth it.
But I'm not just stopping there. Every successful person, regardless of whether it was Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, or legendary basketball player Michael Jordan, they all had a coach, even though they were already incredibly talented, because they knew that having a one-on-one mentor is so important. So as a bonus, I'm actually going to give you a free one-on-one strategy call with the coach in my university that has already successfully made 6 figures in this new automated economy to help you map out a custom, personalized game plan so you're clear on your action steps. I'm literally not holding anything back, giving you every resource, every template, every mistake that I've learned in my journey, and compiled it into an easy to follow, step-by-step system so that you can start generating results in as potentially as little as the next 24 hours. Previously, the only way to get access to this information was in my private one-on-one coaching program, which is where my team and I work personally with you and handhold you to success. This sort of program is normally a $9,800 investment, and we've seen a lot of students eagerly pay this amount because of the massive results that they've been able to achieve using this system. But I wanted to create something that could easily be accessible to anyone, regardless of your background or experience, so you won't need to pay anywhere near that much today. When my team and I were putting the system together, we knew there had to be some sort of investment involved, or people just wouldn't take this seriously because they didn't have any skin in the game. Think back to when a friend or your parents gave you a free book. You probably never even opened it because it was free. You had no skin in the game. And it wouldn't be fair to the previous students that have already invested massively in themselves to learn this information just to give this to the public away for free. The original price that my team and I were thinking of for access to the system was a one-time investment of only $2,000. And that would be a very fair investment, considering especially how much value is included and all the results I've been able to deliver for myself and my students. But when I think back to when I was a broke college student, I didn't even have $2,000 to my name to invest, even though I knew it would completely change my financial future. So with a little convincing of my team, I have decided to price this at a massive discount. For a limited time, you can get access to this automated income system on this page for a one-time payment of only $37. For literally less than the price of a lunch for 2, you can get access to this exact same system that made me a multi-millionaire at the age of 24 and has allowed for countless students to quit their 9-to-5 jobs, provide for their families, their loved ones, and take the first steps of living a life of real financial freedom.
Now you might be wondering, Richard, why would you make this so affordable, and are you actually able to break even on the cost of your team with only a $37 product? The answer, quite frankly, is no. So what's the catch?
The truth is that the people who take the system seriously are going to see massive results. And whenever our students see incredible results, although it is 100% optional, they like to ask us how they can continue working with us on a deeper level. And we have higher level coaching programs and incubators where we invest in our students' businesses and partner with them to help them grow even more. Transparently, the majority of our university's growth actually comes from partnerships with our top success stories. So we're on a mission to help as many people as possible, as affordably as possible, so that one day, again, it's completely optional, you might consider partnering with us down the line. So I'm willing to take a monetary loss on this very first transaction that we make here together, where you clearly get 10 times more value than what the actual price is, because ultimately I want to over deliver for you and create a really great business relationship with you. Now, to be completely clear, this discounted rate is not something that we will do forever, as our ultimate focus is to deliver an incredible experience for our students.
In fact, the more students I have, the less I can focus on mentoring each and every one. The quality of my student results is my #1 priority. And here's the thing. If there is a link below the video and when you click on it, it's still working, that means I might be still accepting students. With these few spots that I do have available, you have to move fast right now before we run out.
Now, on top of the 3 phases of this automated income system and the bonus one-on-one strategy call you're getting, I'm also going to give you a few bonuses if you sign up today. The first bonus is a private Rolodex of the top 100 businesses that our university has already vetted as qualified businesses to partner up with. A lot of beginners starting off wonder where they're going to land their first AI scripting gig, and with this Rolodex, we're going to completely take off the guesswork, and we've had students land gigs in as little as 72 hours with this Rolodex. That way, you're fast-tracked to finding a client to work with and on your way to making automated income. The second bonus you'll be getting is the Live Conversation Vault, which is an exclusive library that contains real DM conversations broke down message by message of real conversations that resulted in sales ranging anywhere from $5,000 all the way up to $24,000, which means commission checks from $200 to $960 just for sending a few copy and paste messages. This vault will give you all the DM conversation scenarios that you'll need to master AI scripting, and it'll give you the proven framework of how to maximize your commissions. The third bonus that you'll be getting is access to our high performance millionaire mindset training, which is where inside you'll learn all the insider strategies of how millionaires plan their day, think about their money and investments, and maximize their energy and focus, so you can model these habits for yourself. I've realized that not only do wealthy people earn their money in a completely different way than 99% of society, they also think about their time and their investments completely differently, which is exactly what you're going to get behind the scenes in this bonus. The fourth bonus that you'll be getting access to is our AI tech automation bonus, which is where you'll learn the 4 key softwares that are responsible for over $20 million in sales and AI scripting within our own company that will show you exactly how AI can automate and handle 85 to 90% of the heavy lifting so you can remove yourself from doing the work. But these bonuses, along with the automated income system, are only available today for a limited time.
So join now by clicking the link below this video.
So you can get instant access to all of this for just a small one-time investment that's less than the price of lunch for 2. And since I'm so confident that once you enroll and log in to see what's inside the system that you'll be completely blown away, I'm willing to make it a completely risk-free decision on your end by offering a 30-day risk-free guarantee. So within the first 30 days, if you don't feel like it lives up to what I've told you here, no hard feelings. All I ask of you is 3 simple things that if you do, you'll find massive success anyways. Number 1, go through all the modules. Number 2, reach out to 25 businesses on social media and email. And don't worry, I'm literally going to give you the word for word scripts of how to reach out to them. And number 3, attend your one-on-one strategy call so you actually have a clear game plan moving forward. And if you do those 3 things and still feel like it's not a fit, no worries. All I ask is you jump on one more offboarding call to show your coach that you did those first 3 things and give us some honest feedback on how we can be better for future students. And if you do those 4 things and you still don't think it's the right fit for you, I'll send you back every single penny that you invested with me. Ultimately, you watching this video and not taking any action is not going to get you closer to your goals. And the only way for you to make a fully informed decision is from the inside, not on the outside. So sign up now, get instant access in the next 30 seconds to the automated income system, and give it a shot for 30 days. And if by the end of the first month you really don't see how this could completely change your financial future, I'll refund you every penny. No hard feelings. Worst case, you sign up, realize it's not for you, you get every penny back, and you gain an incredibly valuable education for free. Best case, you potentially change the trajectory of your financial future forever. The only thing that guarantees that nothing will happen in your life is if you leave this video, move on to another YouTube video, another shiny object course, see another guru show you another ad, you try another business opportunity, and take 0 action on everything that you've learned today, especially when you have a mentor who's willing to handhold you step by step to achieving freedom. So if you're ready to make a real change in your financial future and tap into this automated income that over 500 of my students, normal, everyday, ordinary people, have already used to create life-changing results, I want you to click the button right below this video, fill out your payment details, and within 30 seconds, you could be logging into the automated income system members area and get started setting up your very first automated income stream. I'll see you on the inside.
Hi, my name is Susie. I'm an American mom of an international family living abroad. I was a teacher teaching online and in the classroom for 20 years or so. I just needed change, so I decided to step back from teaching for a little while and refresh and try something new. It was important for me to continue to be online, working remotely, to be more present with my kids, and to have the location flexibility. And can tell you with confidence that I actually have the skill set to make a full-time income with what I learned. So if you're feeling kind of like I was, a little bit skeptical or fearful about diving in or not even sure if it would work, I would say dive in and bet on yourself and unlock that opportunity for growth.
Congratulations on making it to the end. As promised, I told you that if you stayed to the end, I was going to give you the AI script. So I want you to go on Instagram right now and send me a second keyword. You ready for the keyword? Send me a DM to my Instagram. My Instagram's right there with the word completes. If you send me that word and I see that you sent me watching and then the second word completes, I will send you over an AI script for free. Congratulations on making it to the end of this training. I'll see you on the inside.